Hey, it's Drew Nizer, Penguin in Chief of CMO Huddles. You know, I've done over 400 plus podcasts and I've been a guest on a lot of them, but getting to be a guest is hard to scale unless you know Farzad from Respona because they have a tool that enables that. And I've actually seen it in action. So Farzad, talk a little bit about how you can get your customers, and you've used it yourself, to get on more podcasts. How's this work?
So there's a few different approaches. Obviously, you don't need necessarily any of these fancy tools. Tools like Respond help you save time, but you can do a lot of this stuff manually yourself. So what we usually do to identify the right podcast is by looking at what other episodes or what other podcasts are interviewing folks in our industry. So essentially, we take a relevant podcast that's in our space, say CMO Huddles, see the guests that you're interviewing, and then we look up those guests on Apple Podcasts, figure out what other podcasts they've been a guest on, and those are the ones that we usually go and pitch.
Got it. And I just, the funny thing about us talking about this is you and I met because you did outreach to try to get yourself on the Renegade Marketers Unite podcast. And I was intrigued because it felt personal. And then when we use this tool, we got me as a guest, and in our first, I think we sent it to 25 and we scored one. And what I was amazed is how the AI supports the process. Can you just give a quick thing on that? Because I thought the customization was quite brilliant.
Yep, thank you. So the way it works is quite simple. So if you're doing an episode search like the approach that I mentioned, it will essentially transcribe the audio of the podcast, and based on what the host and the guests have talked about, it will personalize the pitch to imply to the host that, hey, we've sat down and listened to your episode. This is not another spammy outreach email that we've blasted out to everyone. So adding that personalized touch goes a long way in getting more replies.
It really does. All right. Well, if you're a B2B CMO who can share, care, and dare with the best of them and wants to get yourself on more podcasts, do yourself a favor and check out CMOHuddles.com. We have a free starter program and some amazing preferred partners like Farzad from Respona. I'm Drew Nizer. That's your Wisday Wisdom. Peace out.